7 News I-Team investigations have inspired a new state law in Maryland last year to protect infants from toxic heavy metals in baby food. In the wake of our senior investigative reporter Lisa Fletcher's work, a national movement is now growing, starting in Virginia. As federal lawmakers and regulators are failing to act, new states are stepping up.
Touch your fingers to the raindrops.
The story of little Rudy Callahan's life began with a terrifying chapter: acute lead poisoning from his favorite snack, pouches of cinnamon applesauce.
We're Frankenstein. You love Halloween.
Rudy, now 2.5, was one of hundreds of kids nationwide poisoned by the potent neurotoxin that went undetected and unpoliced. It's a page his family can't turn back.
And that's what's the most frustrating about having a lead-poisoned child. It's completely preventable.
What could have been prevented cannot be reversed. Rudy's mom, Sarah, says he will likely never be free of the toxin or its potential effects.
It still makes you really emotional.
It does.
Why is that?
Because it's something that Rudy's going to have to live with for the rest of his life. And so I want other families to be able to avoid that hurt and that pain.
Triggered by our reporting, last year, Maryland became the second state in the U.S. after California to pass a law requiring manufacturers test baby food for heavy metals.
House Bill 97, Senate Bill 723, Rudy's Law.
And include a QR code on the label for consumers to see the results. Since that groundbreaking piece of legislation, dubbed Rudy's Law, at least 5 other states have taken up the cause, including here in Virginia.
It's absolutely personal for me.
Delegate Michelle Lopez Maldonado first became concerned about toxic heavy metals in baby food after her own son experienced health issues as an infant. 20 years later, she's leading the charge.
What kind of support are you getting thus far?
I haven't met anybody who doesn't care about this bill.
Aided by testimony from Sarah Callahan and with a groundswell of early support, Maldonado says her bill could pass in the next few months, adding to the list of states that have moved swiftly when the federal government did not.
The most important, impactful things that have changed in this country over our history has never come from the top. It has always come from the bottom and the middle and crescendoed up to force the system to change. This is no different.
And it's already changing as QR codes are starting to appear on baby foods nationwide.
So what's it going to be like for you to walk into the grocery store, pick up a jar of baby food with a QR code on it, and know that the law that made that happen is named after your son?
I will be very excited. It's definitely bittersweet because this should not have happened, but I will be so excited when I walk into a grocery store and I see a QR code. I probably, even though he doesn't eat baby food anymore, will be the first person to scan it. And we've come a long way.
Rudy's remaining chapters are yet to be written, but Sarah Callahan won't stop until there are more laws on the books.
I will continue as long as somebody gives me a platform to continue. I will testify before the remaining 47 states. I will do anything to get bills passed to try to get poison out of baby food.
And we're continuing to follow the action in D.C., where federal lawmakers are going to reintroduce the Baby Food Safety Act. We will keep you on top of that. Lisa Fletcher, 7 News.